That's it? Ready to go?
Yeah, I think.
All right. Good.
Let me open up the chat over here to see what everybody's saying.
So hello. Here we go. Come on.
What's going on, man? What's happening? One step.
Another beautiful morning here
Family
in Miami.
Is anybody in Miami? If you're watching and you're in Miami, say you're in Miami in the chat box.
That's right.
So you can come and sit in between us on the camera. Let me actually turn off the volume so we don't hear ourselves. Okay, here we go. We're cool. If you're watching and you're in Miami, say. All right, got it there. We got it there. Anybody in Miami? If you're in Miami, let us know you're in Miami, and we want to actually have you come in here and get on the screen with us here. Get on the live feed with us right now.
That would be nice. That would be good.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, hey, cool. So let's what are we talking about today? I don't even know. We're talking about
jet transition. Yes.
Jet transition. We're talking about putting emphasis on areas of study that you already know the answers to. Like maybe some people like electrical system more than hydraulic. Some people like hydraulic more than electric. Some people like more than pneumatic or whatever. So before we get to all of that, let me first tell you about our elite membership. Okay, new deal. Our elite membership. Basically, the elite membership, what it is 12 months. It's an annual membership, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, where you're going to basically have the whole year, okay, to talk with us, with Juan and myself, and we'll be right there alongside of you, holding your hand through all your training. You're going to have the videos for 12 months. You're going to have all the new additions, right? Constantly updating the video library every day, right?
It's included. Everything is included on that price.
Audio program as well. Yeah.
Yes.
And then, of course, here's the biggest kicker right here. Apart from the annual thing, you also get
monthly, right?
Nope. 2 hours of one-on-one training with us.
Oh, there you go.
That's what it is, right? You get to work with us, one-on-one. That's basically the deal. You get to work with us. Now, look, if you're not in Miami, I get it. You're like, man, I can't work with you, Joe. I'm not in Miami. I'm not going to spend $1,000 on a ticket to get there, whatever. I hear you. I agree. Don't worry. I understand. We'll do it live, okay? We can do it live. We can do it virtual. We have a nice webinar platform that we use that we're going to be able to work with you by there. So, awesome. If you can hear us, please let us know. And if you can't, please let us know. If we're talking too fast, if we're talking too slow, let us know. All right, jet transition course. What do you think about the jet transition, Juan? I mean, is it important or is it not important?
It's very, very important.
I mean,
yes.
it is. It's incredibly important, particularly if you're coming from no jet background.
Right.
Yeah.
Small airplane, 172.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, 172. If you're flying a Piper, Cessna, piston. Period. If you're from piston world. And even from turboprop world, jet transition course would be in your best interest. Now, we do it here, all right? And we'll talk more about basically how we do it and what the course entails. But first, let me talk to you about why it's important. There's a lot of different concepts that go into type rating training when you're doing type ratings for a jet, okay? I'm going to give you just a very simple example. Hot start, hung start, wet start. If you just heard me say those 3 start abnormalities, that's what we call start abnormals. And if you just heard me go through those 3 start abnormals and you're like, man, Joe, I don't know what you're talking about, brother. Listen, if that's you right now, you should not be doing a type rating. You should be doing jet transition first because you're going to be so far behind the power curve.
Right.
You're going to be so far behind.
And we see that every day, right?
All the time.
Doing the initial courses, we see it all the time.
Yeah. It's not uncommon for me to I'll be teaching like a 320 initial course. And I'm like, look, man, you have a FADEC, right? Full authority digital engine. Well,
what's that?
I just say, what's FADEC?
FADEC?
FADEC.
I never heard that.
Yeah.
Like,
look, man, what are you talking about, Joe? What's a FADEC?
It is.
All right, full authority digital engine control. You design and you enriching it, and all that basic leaning and enriching of your fuel. That's one part of the FADEC. It does many others. And another thing it does is start abnormality protection on the 320, which is right? Hot start, hung start, wet
or Boeing.
start. Or the Boeing.
Also for the Boeing 737 Classic ONG.
Yeah.
The same thing.
Yeah, of course. So you know, that's exactly right. Look, a turbine engine, you can have those. There's 3 start abnormalities: hot, hung, and wet. Right? Hot start, hung start, wet start. Okay. Now, in a jet transition course, what we don't want to have happen to you in type rating school is that you show up and the instructor says, "Hey, you have a FADEC, and the FADEC gives you abnormal start protection." Now you don't know what. First of all, you don't know what a FADEC is, and then you don't know what an abnormal start even is. And then he says, "Well, an abnormal start is hot, hung, or wet start," and you're like,
Right. Yeah. You don't even know what he's talking about.
Yeah. What are you saying?
So, so what we want is the first day of your ground school, you already know everything.
You already know everything.
Yeah. That's what we're going to cover on the jet transition, Joe and I.
Yeah.
We're going to go through the whole systems with you.
Right.
It's going to be excellent.
Right. So that's my thing is like, and that's just one small piece. I mean, I'm going to talk to you about some other things right now, but that's one part of it where it's like you want to know what these start abnormalities are. Rashid Dendane, bonjour, my friend. How you doing?
Hello, Captain.
Great to have you here with us. Appreciate you online with us. So,
Captain, another thing that is even worse is when they do home study.
Oh my God!
Imagine home study.
Yeah.
You want to do home study without a jet transition? That's crazy. Yeah. Never do that. Remember, just give us a call. There's the number 1-888-778-1441. If you want any tips, how to study, what you should do, how to start. We can help you out with all these questions. So we're going to answer it for you. All right.
We're accepting calls right now.
Yeah.
Right now. All right. Call the office right now. This is the phone number right here. I'm taking it all down with my chair. It's 1-888-778-1441. We're taking your calls just to answer your questions. Want to interact and talk with you guys, see what we can do to help you. But look, jet transition course.
The home studies. So say something about
home studies, man. Look, let me tell you this first. You saw, I think we sent the newsletter out a few days back. Self-study is self-destruction.
Yeah.
Self-study is self-destruction. Like, I can't tell you this enough. It's like it's one of these things where you need an instructor. You need instructor-led training. You need somebody to call on. And particularly when you come with piston background, man, you got FADEC. Hey, man, what's a FADEC? What's a hot start? What's a hung start? What's a wet start? When your instructor starts busting these terms out, and you're like, man, I don't even know what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, once you go into electrical system, pneumatic air conditioning, it's even worse.
Yeah.
So,
You talk about what a pack is, what a CSD is, what KVAs are with generators, relays, cross bus.
So in the jet transition, we're going to take you by hand,
Yeah.
And little by little, we're going to explain everything on each system. So by the time you start your initial, you're going to be ready to go.
Yeah.
It will be just like a review for the guys.
Right. So let me give you an example of something, okay? I'm teaching a 320 initial course, right? And I'm going back to the power plant section. We're going through the power plant section, and I'm saying, look, man, you have a FADEC in this airplane, and knowing the type of student we're dealing with, okay, this is another thing. Juan and I are very good at adapting. If you have 250 hours, or if you have 20,000 hours in a moon landing, we'll adapt our instruction, right? So my point is that if I'm doing a course, an initial course, with somebody that has 250 hours, I spend a lot more time explaining simple concepts that should have been addressed in a jet transition course. So, for example of this, I'm in the power plant section. I'm like, hey, this airplane has FADEC. The start is 100% automated. You don't have to worry about it. And if you get a hot start, then it's going to protect you. And now you're like, what is a hot start, right? And that's the point where now I have to deviate. I'm not even talking about 320. Now I'm like deviating from the type rating course. And I'm talking about concepts that you should have already known, right? I'm talking about, okay, look, a hot start is when high EGT, a hung start is when the rate of N2 spool rotation is less than 1% per second. Like, these are things that we need to be covering with you in a jet transition course so that you don't run into these issues in your type rating training.
So if by any chance, any of you, is planning or is thinking to, to get the home study, don't do that.
Don't do
Don't do it. If you want to do it, give us a call and we're going to let you know how to do a home study.
Right.
See, it's going to save you some money too, right?
Yeah.
Doing the home study, if they want to do home study.
Home study courses are good for cost. They do reduce cost. Maybe that's why a lot of people do them. But think of something though, with a reduction in cost, you also get a reduction in the amount of training you're going to receive.
Right.
And you might end up later on
paying more
because of additional training. I can't tell you how many times we see he's like, look, man, and look, we understand, right? When you come for training, you have a hotel bill, you have a food bill, you have maybe a rental car, you know, entertainment, transportation, accommodation, all the shins. You got all these things to deal with.
You don't want extra training,
and you don't want extra training in right. You don't want that cost. So what I can tell you is prepare up front, and so that you will actually probably end up saving more money by spending it up front. You know, I know a lot of you guys. It's like, look, you get what you pay for, right? So just spend the money up front so that you don't end up having to spend it later. An additional training session, Juan, is normally what, at least probably 4 hours.
Yeah.
You're gonna get 4 hours. Most training centers, just so you know this, most simulator training centers have a policy that they will not rent a sim to you for less than 2 hours. Right? So if you have any issue in training, they're not going to give it to you. They're not going to give you like, oh, you're like, oh man, I only need 1 hour of extra training. They're like, no, well, that might be the case, but we can only lease the sim out for 2 hour periods, right? It's a policy or whatever they have.
With the instructor. So it's going to be like $400, $500, depends which one it is. Per
hour.
Plus the instructor.
You
know, so it's going to be expensive.
Yeah. So when you think about like you need additional training, you know, and let's say they give you 2 hours. Right, which, by the way, like we said, that's the minimum. That's the minimum. Let's say you get 4 hours additional training at $500. Pop, $2,000. Poof.
That's it.
When you could be doing a jet transition course for significantly less money than that, and get so much more out of it.
You're gonna do it with us.
With us.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna be
better than that. You ain't gonna get.
You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna
one-on-one.
Yeah. You're gonna get it here with us in Miami. In Miami, if you're in Miami right now, come see us. We're going to put you right in between us on the camera so you can be live streaming out with all of our audience out there. Yep. If you want to call in, this is the phone number behind us, 1-888-778-1441. 1-888-778.
Give us a call. If you have any question about system, anything that you want to, talk about, just give us a call. That's what we're here.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
Whatever. Any question, just give us a call.
So, cool. Let's talk about some other stuff, too. The putting emphasis on areas that you already know. You know, this is like, I don't know if any of you guys are musicians. You guys found out a few days back I'm a drummer. I don't know if you saw that video. If you saw it, hey, put a comment in the Facebook comments. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, I should get Instagram.
How many stars you want, Joe? 5?
Yeah. I mean, let me. I don't think we got. Let me get the Instagram feed. You guys now know that I'm a drummer. And if you didn't see that video, go to our Facebook page. It is, in fact, on our Facebook page. So my question to you is, do you play an instrument? And if you do, think about something for a minute. The part of a song that you're rehearsing that you know well, a lot of times you're like, let me just play this part over and over because I know it so well. It sounds so good. You play the same part over and over again. But then everything that you know, you just basically deny it any attention, right? And then that's the area that you really need to be placing attention on. So what you need to find out is, you know what I mean? So that you can focus your attention on that particular area. Focus your attention where it needs to be focused. Don't do things that you already know. You know, like when I'm drumming, man, I'm not playing the part I already know 20 times. I already know that part. So, you know, that's the whole thing. Who's typing to us in here? Keep up the good work, Captain Akmal. Awab. Appreciate that, Captain Akmal. What's your question, my friend? Anybody who has a question,
just give us a call.
Give us a shout.
Bring it in.
Give us a shout.
Take advantage of this morning.
Yeah. We're here. We're hey, after this at 11, what time is it right now? We got about 40 minutes. At 11 o'clock, members only webinar. If you're not a member, you should be asking yourself, why am I a member? Why aren't you a member? The elite membership for you is going to be the most valuable. Yeah, because the elite membership it's like 8 parts. It's video, it's audio, it's chat, it's iPad app, it's year-round access, it's 2-hour one-on-one training, it's webinar, live webinars, which we're going to do the next one at 11 o'clock.
For the elite people, what do you think? We should do our own cellular phone? A private phone?
I don't know.
No.
If we give you our private cell phone, how much are you going to call us? That's the question right there. My wife's going to kill me. If you call me at like 2 in the morning,
for the elite guys.
For the elite members, you get Juan and Joe direct cell phone.
Woo! That would be crazy. You imagine that?
That'd be nuts.
That would be nice too, right?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Let us know.
Hey,
what do you think about it?
Let's take a vote on this right now.
Right.
Yeah, if you're an elite member, should you get our personal cell phone number? That might be something.
That would be nice. Yeah. Let's see how many people say yes or not. All right.
Yeah. Let's put that in there. Rashid, Miami. I'm from Algeria.
Hey, the Nigeria boys. How you doing? We have a lot of students from Nigeria, Captain.
Yeah.
You know, we do a lot of guys from Nigeria, a lot of initials and recurrents. You know.
Yeah, man.
For the 737 Classic, the majority are Boeing 737 Classics.
Yeah. Hey, elite members, should we give our personal cell phone out to the elite members? Man, that
would be a good question.
That's a big question.
Yeah.
Or maybe you know what we could do so is like a WhatsApp chat group.
That would be nice for the elite members.
I think that might be
better. Huh?
Elite members WhatsApp chat.
Yeah.
If you're an elite member, you are a part of a WhatsApp chat group that Juan and I are in, and you just chat with us year round. We're talking about all year long, man. I mean, all year long. Let's see. Akmal, just for info, I'm watching live stream from Incheon, South Korea. We love South Korea, man. What's going on,
How
South
you doing,
Korea?
boss?
We love you guys out
here.
there. What are your questions? How can we help you? You know, today we were talking, if you're just joining us right now, we were talking about
jet
transition courses. Yeah.
For now.
Yeah.
You know.
So look, if you are a pilot that has piston background, not a whole lot of turbine experience, right? Maybe you're just starting out in the jet world. We very highly recommend that you do a jet transition course. There's various ways for you to do it. The number one recommendation we have, of course, is come see us in Miami. Look, if not, let me tell you about this. Here's something pretty exciting. We have a new video course coming out, which is Transition to Jets and 121 Airline Operations. Wow, man. What a course. Transition.
And if you're already flying, you know, hey, if you're flying an Airbus A320 or 73, it's okay. Just give us a call. If you have any question about any system, anything that you have a doubt on, just give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Yeah,
this is not only for, you know, for people coming from a small aircraft. You know.
Right.
If you're flying an Airbus or 73 or any commercial aircraft, just give us a call. We're here to help you out.
We're here to help you out, man.
Yes.
Whatever we can do. So the jet transition course on the video, it's called Transition to Jets, right, and 121 Airline Operations. It's kind of a two-part thing. We're going to start out talking about, transition to jets. Hot start, hung start, wet start, FADEC, how a jet engine operates. Okay, these are all things you need to know, by the way. Things that are super important to you, such as, jet technique, engine spool-up delay, all right.
A little bit of system
discussion, CRM discussion. Yeah. What's a PAC, pneumatic air conditioning kit? You know, what is a CSD, a constant speed drive, an IDG, an integrated drive generator? This is terms. This is terminology you need to be aware of before you go to type rating training, man. I can't emphasize this enough. Look, we have 250-hour pilots. They come
all the time,
and they do this. These type rating courses, they don't know what a CSD is. You know, look, if you don't know what a CSD is, if you don't know what a PAC is, if you don't know what a hot start is, if you don't know what FADEC is, if you don't know what all these things are, you need to be asking yourself, man, am I ready for a type rating course? Okay, am I ready for a type rating?
And another thing, Joe, is a lot of these initial courses in all these 142 schools, everything happens fast. You know,
quick.
You're going to be doing system in 5 days, maximum 6 days.
Yeah.
You know, that's.
Yeah.
It is too much.
It's too much.
You know, in 5 days, coming from a small airplane, you know, from 172 to an Airbus, how are you going to learn system in 5 days?
Even for people with like jet background.
Right.
Even for people that have 20,000 hours, man.
We see it all the time in recurrent training.
Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of these pilots, you know, they do a lot of CBT, the computer-based training, right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they don't have an instructor like us, you know, actually teaching you,
right?
You know, step by step, you know,
right.
What exactly, you know, each system,
right.
Each light does, you
right,
know?
Right.
Why, you know, what happened when you move a switch? What happened when the light comes up? Where the information is coming from? Right. All this stuff, you know, you're gonna get it with us, you know. So.
Right. So these are the things, right, that we're saying is that you really need to know this before you go into training. You need to have instructor-led training, somebody to call on. You know, these are the things that are so important. Ayush, I'm looking at our comments over here. Captain Ayush Sharma from New Delhi. How you doing, Captain Sharma? Rashid, appreciate you being with us as well. Akmal, appreciate you guys. Captain Muhammad, how you doing? Mr. Muhammad, man, what's happening, brother? Appreciate you all being with us this morning.
Yeah.
If you're in Miami, stop by our office. You're going to be live on stream with us on the camera. And if you want, you can give us a call, 1-888-778-1441.
Yeah.
Give us a call on that phone.
Don't be embarrassed. Remember, just ask questions.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the things that we tell, you know, the students all the time. Don't be embarrassed. If you don't know anything, it's better off to know before you go into a PC or you know, with the FAA or with the authority that you guys are.
That you're with.
Yeah, you know, so just give us a call, ask questions, you know, and we're going to explain it to you, you know.
Yes, sometimes you guys need to be ready for anything. Like sometimes I've showed up for a simulator. Let me talk to you about this. You show up for like a sim or for a ground school event or something, and then the authority shows up, whether it be the FAA, the DGAC, the NCAA, the INAC,
and then you start shaking, and sweating. You know, you see it dripping. You know, oh, Lord.
You look like the guy from Airplane. Have you guys seen that movie Airplane? You look like Stryker in Airplane. He's like sweating up the storm, you know. So look, if you go through that, if you're sweating when the authority shows up, it's because you're not confident. You're not confident.
Right. Yeah.
You're not confident.
I mean, just human, just like you and I.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of times they just go to see if you're performing, you know, the way that you should. That's all. If you got a good training, you know. So it should be okay.
If you have good training, if you know your stuff, if you're confident, you know what I mean. If you've been reviewing and all that, these are things that will boost your confidence level. So obviously, paramount that you go in there knowing all these things.
It is. Yeah.
Cool. Phone numbers behind us. Call us if you want to. 1-888-778-1441. If you don't want to talk to us on the telephone, I understand. But text, send us something in the comments on Facebook. We're on YouTube as well right now. All the YouTube watchers.
So we can answer your question. Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on? Live webinar coming up in 32 minutes. Okay. Members
only. For the members only.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, you know.
You should join us.
You should join us right now, man.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
we have fun. A lot of questions.
Yep. Yeah. And that. What are we talking today in the webinar? We're talking about mainly three things, which is
the pushback sequence.
Yeah, the pushback sequence.
Right?
Yeah. Why is it? How can the pushback sequence always take so long? Look, you need to be pushing back in 20 minutes. We talked about this in the last webinar about a week or so ago.
And one of the things in the pushback sequence is going to be what? The big famous flow. You know, a lot of you guys get a lot of extra training because of the flows on the pushback sequence.
Yeah.
You know.
Now we don't want to say too much because we're going to reserve it for
the
members only. But it's coming up here in a half hour. Yeah. Look, if you join in the next 30 minutes, you can be a part of that. We're going to continue on here with very, very high quality content for our members only.
And what about Elite for the new guys?
Elite members.
This is a new program that we have.
Yeah, right? It's a new product basically that we have. It's year-round access, 12 months, videos, audio program, 2-hour one-on-one training with
included.
Myself.
Everything's included.
Everything's included. Yeah, new videos, webinars every month, monthly access. And look, we're contemplating this. I don't know that we're going to do this yet.
What's up? Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. We already asked a question.
We're asking this question. If you are an elite member, should we include access to a WhatsApp chat group? Or give you our personal phone number, cell phone number. Yeah, we might do that.
Which one do you think is better?
Which one is better? Which one?
What do you think?
I like the WhatsApp group because everybody can talk.
Right.
It's like a big community.
Right. We'll be like a big, nice family.
Yeah.
So you might learn from somebody else's question, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the idea. That would be nice. But anyway, just, you know.
What do you think? I don't know.
Shoot your answer.
Like, what do you think? What do you think about that idea? You know.
What about for the guys who are watching? Who's watching right now? You'll ask them the question.
Rashid, what do you think about that? Ayush, Captain Sharma, man.
What do you think? WhatsApp or our cell phone? Which one do you think is better?
In South Korea. What's up, South Korea? Do you think we should give out our cell phone numbers?
Or WhatsApp?
Or WhatsApp group.
Which one do you think is better? For communication purpose, you know?
Yeah.
Which one you like better?
That's the question we're asking right now.
Yeah.
Is should we be doing that or should we not? For the YouTube people, let me post it in this chat right here.
Yeah.
Can I type in here? I think I can.
Yeah.
Should we include a WhatsApp chat?
So just remember, we got our phone here, 1-888-778-1441. If you have any question, even, anything else, systems, whatever you think, any question, pushback, flows, anything.
Whatever you got.
Just give us a call or, send a text, and we're going to answer for you this morning. We're here in Miami. For the people that don't know, we're here in Miami. Beautiful morning here in Miami. Sunny, beautiful. So
sunny Miami, Florida.
That's it.
We're here waiting for you guys.
Yes, sir.
So look, jet transition, we can do it right here, man. You need to call this phone number though, so that we can talk to you about it, what it entails, what the pricing is, etc.
A lot of you, if they're going to go to Pan Am, pretty famous here in Miami, Pan Am,
Aerostar, Alliance, Boeing, FTI, Boeing, Airbus.
If you come into any of these 142, just give us a call before and we're gonna, lead you, the correct way,
right.
Which way you guys should go.
Yeah. Do you guys know any of these training centers that we're mentioning here? If you do,
just let us know.
Let us know. We're right by them, so we're here to help.
Because remember, a lot of these places they don't tell you exactly, how the training is going to be, right?
Yeah.
And then you show for class.
Yeah.
Oh, I did a home study. Well, okay, so we're going to start today with
this is training programs in general.
Training divide checklist, memory items, abnormals, emergency.
Yeah.
What? What do you mean? You're not going to teach me that? No. You should know all this stuff already. Oh, but nobody told me this.
Yeah. Self-study is self-destruction, man. I'm trying to tell you this. Look, do not plan on doing self-study alone look, you need human interaction, human touch. You need to study with a partner. You need to study with your colleagues.
Oh, and something that we forgot. What about the 50-question test? And the 100-question test that they get sometimes, for the home study guys.
Yep.
As soon as you get to your facility, you're going to get a 100-question test. Once you finish at the end of the day, if you pass the test, you will get another 50-question test.
That's the way it goes.
So if you come with us, and you do the home study with us, we're going to review, and we're going to get you ready for those questions.
Right.
And it's going to be the same price. Trust me. Yeah. Don't think that you're going to pay us, No, it's going to be the same thing that if you pay an initial for.
Right.
The only thing is we want to help you guys as much as possible.
Right.
So when you show for your, for the first day of class,
right.
Then be ready. It's going to be a review for you.
Yeah.
You might know more than the instructor. Who knows?
Actually, you probably will. You probably will, man. Look, let me tell you. Let's talk about. You bring up a good point, Juan. Let's talk about instructors for a second. Okay. Not everybody's cut out to do instruction.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Even if they have 20,000 hours, it don't matter.
How many times have you showed up to training and your ground school consists of an instructor, okay, that basically sits at a desk and clicks through a PowerPoint and doesn't say anything, doesn't interact, just click, and you're sitting there, you're like, come on, man, I could be doing this on my own at home.
Yeah. The home study.
Look, if you haven't seen that yet, keep your eyes out because you will see it. I promise you that.
Just make sure you get what you pay for.
Exactly.
That's famous.
So when you're looking for quality, you guys need somebody to talk to, man. You need guidance, okay? You need, you should see, when we teach, you know what I mean? We don't use PowerPoints or automated programs or anything. That's not what we do here, man. What we do is close all that stuff, and it's like our videos. People ask us, your videos, are you guys? I've had this before. Are you reading off of something when we shoot our videos?
No,
and stuff? We do not read anything. We do not
right.
We don't use teleprompters.
Nothing.
We don't use anything. You know what I mean? Because look, here's the reality of it, right? I mean, we're instructors, right? We're trying to communicate to you. We're trying to transfer knowledge to you, communicate to you concepts that you should know, right? Things that we want to get to you effectively in an effective way.
In different ways. If we see that you don't catch it in one way, we can change it to a different way, but you will learn.
Right.
You will learn.
But the point is that, like, if I'm trying to teach you something, then I should know it. So I don't need a teleprompter, man. I got it right here. Right. Everything that we record, we just do it. We don't look at anything. You know what I mean? So that's kind of a funny thing that I wanted to give an answer about. Because somebody sent me an email about that. They're like, "Are you guys using teleprompters or something?" We don't use any of that stuff. No. So none of that stuff at all. What else? ATP, CTP, type rating, initial programs. For those of you that are doing like an ATP course, right? By the way, for you to have an ATP 1,500 hours.
1,500 minutes.
Yeah, you need 1,500 hours, and you also need to do the ATP, CTP, okay, which is an FAA mandated and regulated course. Sorry. Yeah, got to do it. Okay. We have a good deal on the course though. We work with 1 million schools. Okay, we got schools everywhere. So
just make sure you give us a call before you start any training. Let us be yourself.
Yes.
Person, you know. I mean, we're gonna help you out. It's not like you have to do it with us or anything. You know, at least we're gonna do it for free anyway. We're gonna help you out. You know how to study, who should you go, you know, and then we'll give you different options, and then you choose whichever you like.
Yeah, we're talking about for free.
The thing is, we've seen Joe, right? We've seen so many, you know, abuse, I guess, at school that they don't, you know, explain to you guys exactly what you should get for what you're paying for.
What you're paying for.
You know, and then you guys are going to be all, you know.
Right. What you don't want is to show up and you're surprised. You know, it's like you want to know the whole story before you show up. So
at least have your, you know, your choices. You know, hey, what choices do I have?
Right.
You know what? And, you know, which way you should start studying.
Yeah.
So
let us be your guide. Okay, send us an email. You can send me an email, joe.m@onestepprep.com, joe.m@onestepprep.com. That's the number 1, not spelled out, the number 1.
Right, a lot of people get confused.
See on the TV behind us.
Number one. Don't spell it. It's the number 1 step prep.
And then Juan's email is the same as mine, basically, only his name. Juan, JUAN.E@onestepprep.com. Send us your questions, and we just want to help you, man. We want to look. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need to sign up for anything.
Nothing. It will be a freebie for you guys.
It's a freebie. All right. We don't want you to waste your money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We don't like that. We don't like that stuff. You know, we want to guide you the correct way.
Yeah. I've had. This is a true story. I had a student that came for training. He got recommended for.
Well, we see it all the time. It's not only one student.
Yeah, I know. That's all the time. But this is a particular case where this guy, I felt so bad for the guy, man. He basically came for a type rating training. It was on the 737 Classic. And he was going for his training. He got recommended for additional training. Before you know it, the poor thing spent $3,000 on additional training. Ran out of money. He had to go back home. And he went home literally with no type rating.
Right.
After dropping like $18,000 spent on training. To go home with no
and the thing is, when you're ready for oral or a PC, you know, you have to make sure, you know, yourself that you're ready.
Yeah.
And this is something that we concentrate, you know, Joe and I, when we teach it, right, Joe?
Yeah.
You know,
We
want to make sure you pass your oral or PC. Before your oral or your PC, we're going to give you a deep review on it, you know. So that's why we have 99.9 passing grade, right, Joe? We haven't had one failure yet now. So, you know. And it's because we like what we do, you know. That's one of the biggest things the instructor should have.
Right.
You know, we love what we do. We like to help people. We have the patience.
Right.
You know, if we need to repeat ourselves 20 times, and I told you guys all the time.
We'll do it.
We do it. I don't mind. We understand. If you're coming from a 172, you know, we don't mind repeating, you know, ourselves 20 times. That's why we're here, you know. I understand some people say, well, if you have to repeat it 20 times, that's going to be too much. Well, you know, it depends, you know, what type of thing that you're going to be going through. You know? So, but the thing is, we always have, you know, we have a lot of patience, you know, for you guys. You know, so we don't mind,
you know.
Adapting, you know. We've seen a lot of instructors, you know, sometimes you ask questions, oh, this is not the time. Or, you know, we'll get back to you later.
We'll get back to you later. So, the thing too is like training is training and checking is checking. Yeah, a lot of instructors as well. We've seen.
They just check the box.
They check. Okay,
they're not even ready.
They turn a training event into a checking event. Like, you know, have you ever showed up for training and you're like, man, you know, I'm expecting some type of instructor-led
briefing,
right, interaction. Yeah.
Right,
yeah. And they're like, hey, you should have known that. Oh, you didn't? You don't know that? You should have known that. You should have known that. So it's almost like, oh man, is this a check run or is this training?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is something that I can't emphasize this enough. Training is training and checking is checking. You know what I mean? The instructor that doesn't understand that, this is something that's paramount. Okay, that if I go into a training event and they're like, hey, you don't know this. Hey, you don't know that. Hey, how come you don't know that? Hey, I mean,
it's training.
That's what I'm paying you for, man. I need guidance, man. That's why I'm here.
Right. Remember, it's your money. You paying the facility or the school or the guy, whoever whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
So, you should be trained.
Yep.
You should get what you're paying for.
Absolutely.
And if you see this in any other school, just hey, go to the office and say, listen, I want to change instructor.
Well, why do you want to change? Because I want training, man. That's what I paid for.
Right.
I didn't pay to get checked here.
Yeah,
I got one check right.
We see a lot of you guys, sometimes they don't say anything.
Yeah.
They show up for an oral and then you don't pass.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You should have stopped it before.
Yeah.
If you don't feel comfortable, check it. You paid for it.
Hey, look, we appreciate you guys. We're gonna end up wrapping this up, I think, because the webinar is gonna be soon. Members only. If you are watching right now and you are not a member, you need to be asking yourself, why aren't I a member, man?
And we have different types, right, Joe?
We got 3 different levels. Gold, okay, it's a monthly membership, $79 out the door. Gives you oral prep, sim prep, guaranteed pass. All right, you get webinar access. Right?
That's cheap.
That's the cheapest option.
For the knowledge that we give, we give you guys. We do it.
And then
everything here. Right here, to you guys.
And then
it's very. I think it's very cheap.
It is. It really is.
We have which one?
Platinum.
The platinum.
Okay, 3 months.
3 months.
Yep, 3 months. So you get 90 days, $129 out the door, and with that one, oral prep, sim prep, guaranteed pass. The webinars. We're doing a webinar in the next 15 minutes. If you want to join us live, sign up right now. We're going to record it. It's posted into a library. You can go back and access that at any time. You also get an audio download, lifetime access, so that if you're offline, no internet, if you're driving car, washing your car, in the gym, whatever, you can listen to.
Oh, but that's nice, right? You're working out, listening to your
and the soothing voice of Juan and Joe on while you're on the treadmill jogging, having a good old time. And finally, for the elite members, man, this is our #1 choice. It's the highest value. That's why it's
everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally get it all. It's 15+ hours of video content and growing. Oral prep, sim prep, webinars, audio program, chat with us anytime. 2 hours one-on-one in person or privately over the computer virtual training. And we're debating whether or not to do a WhatsApp or personal cell phone number distribution as well. I don't know if we're going to do it. We may end up doing it. Who knows? What do you guys think? Leave us your response.
Anybody say anything? Nobody has.
Nobody say anything, man.
Bring the
answers.
Let's get together. This is a happy family.
Join us here at 1STEPPREP.com. Hey, we're going to get going with our webinar. All right, it's in 15 minutes, so we're just going to tighten up, get ready for that, and we're going to be covering 3 things there: the pushback sequence, how to speed it up, and also we're talking about the flight path angle and flight path vector of the 7.3 and the 320, a little more system-specific stuff. For those of you that are not members yet, ask yourself, why aren't I a member? Juan and I are waiting for you to give you the guidance that we can as best as we possibly can, round the clock, 24/7.
We're going to guarantee our training, 100%. You're not going to regret it.
Yeah, if you go to our Facebook page, our response time is 6 minutes. I just want you guys to know that. When you send us a Facebook message, our response time is 6 minutes or less. When you send us an email directly to us, our response time is less than 24 hours.
Right.
In other words, we are on it, man. I mean, the only time I'm not going to respond to you is if I'm flying an airplane.
That's it,
because I'm in the air, man. But if it ain't because of that, you're going to hear from us. All right? Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate you. We're going to get tuned up here for our webinar. Stay locked in for the next 1Step Prep TV.
It was a pleasure having everybody with us this morning here in Miami.
Yeah.
Están tuning in.